Best Friends Animal Community is a not-for-profit Brisbane-based organisation specialising in the adoption of dogs to safe and happy families. Linda has been working in the organisation for many years, and today we're going to follow her story. Okay, Linda, can you tell us about the Best Friends Animal Community?
Best Friends Animal Rescue started in 2004. It was a rescue group designed to save dogs from the pound and stray dogs, save them from being put to sleep, as many were. At that time, in 2004, there wasn't many rescue groups around. Now there are a lot of rescue groups around, but unfortunately there's still the need for saving lots of dogs because the rate of euthanasia is a lot higher now. So people will surrender a dog to us, and we will then try and find them a home through our website, and people will apply to adopt those dogs. So they must apply in writing, and they have to meet the dog and have an interview, and then we have to also home check their premises.
We've thought about foster dogs or surrender dogs because one, you're taking a dog from an environment that's not so great, so you're giving them a bit of help.
Scrolling through the newsfeed on Facebook one day and saw this dog that needed a foster home, and I used to do WISE for a long time, which was native wildlife, and I thought, well, why not try dogs, and submitted the form, and the next day.
Since we've had him, we've put a fair bit of condition on him. His ribs were really prominent. Nikki said that she'd spent quite a bit of time when she got him. He'd actually had flea nests in him. He was really badly looked after. His previous owner had him in an apartment, and if you see this guy running around a park, you just can't imagine him being in that sort of environment.
One of the dogs, Twiggy, was very unique because the pound called him Twiggy because he had just skin and bones. He just looked like a pile of twigs. He was that thin, he was beaten, he was mistreated. But he came to us, and the unconditional love was there straight away.
When they come to us, they're often neglected or abused, or just hungry for love, hungry for food, and hungry for any sort of affection or good nutrients they can get.
You must be very dedicated to run the organisation. What drives you to continue?
The best thing is when they do find a home, and it's happy families and happy dogs, and then you get the continual updates. That's the motivation.
He's gone ahead in leaps and bounds since he's been with us, and part of that is him maturing, and I think a large part of that too is him being more and more at home now. I think he's well and truly made this place his home, and us, his family.
All of them had a success rate. We take them in, we rehabilitate them, put on the weight if they need. Twiggy, of course, coming from the pound and neglected background, didn't know what a toy was, didn't know what a bone was. It's introducing them to those kind of things, teaching them as well.
So he knows all those things now?
Definitely.
He does bring a lot of love into our lives. He's a big, stupid puppy. And
lovable puppy.
Yeah, and even when they're being really bad, he'll give you that look, and he's just got that big stupid puppy look like, well, I don't know what's going on, and he melts your heart.
So how does the surrender and adoption process work?
So Best Friends Rescue, we don't have a shelter. We have all our dogs in foster care, and they're all over Southeast Queensland, Brisbane, Gold Coast and Sunshine Coast. And all the dogs are adopted out for $345, which includes all of their vet work. We believe no dog should go out undesexed.
Taking in a dog and doing what Linda does, coordinating these animals. Like Twiggy was on death row. Twiggy was picked up the day he was to be euthanised. So he wouldn't be here anymore if Linda and her organisation hadn't have stepped in and picked up this dog. And he's a great dog.
The story of Hunter, Shenda and Nathan are one of the many happy endings of the Best Friends Animal Community. If you'd like to get involved, you can contact Linda directly or jump onto their Facebook page and go from there.